If you thought 2020 was bad, 2021 just said, hold my beer.
Hey guys, we got new shirts. What do you think? I think it's pretty cool, man, especially for the caring enthusiast out there. All you got to do, hit us up.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to yet another person getting Darla-ized. You know what happens when I pull the suit out? That means it's not going to be your regular, everyday Karen video. Normally, it's just a bunch of hyperbole, jokes, mashed up with Karen videos of people doing stupid things. But every now and then, it gets real. In that comment section, some of you lovely people like to leave comments that I absolutely have no choice but to eviscerate face to face so you can see me doing it. Today is one of those days, and we call these videos Darla-izations, or someone's getting Darla-ized. Because the first person who did it was named was Darla. Appreciate that, Darla. Before we get started, allow me to just give a couple shout outs. Number one, to the people who have joined my Patreon page and have helped support this channel with actual, Travis Smith Armwood, Fergie Fergs, Need to Know Nikki, BG Method, and Joshua Suggs. Now, there are also some shout outs need to go out to just those people who have been fervently and frantically commenting and watching these videos. Man, you guys mean the world to me. JPG, Sari Baby, Ori, the Guardian Spirit, and Gail Cox. I may have already given you one before, Gail, but you deserve it, so I'll give it to you again just in case. Now, you know what happens when I put the suit on, people. Huh? Someone is about to get eviscerated. But no one deserves it more than this guy right here. He calls himself The Truth. Yeah. So this guy says, I'm the one who's an idiot because I believe that COVID is real because the news tells me so. I'm sorry. What do you want? You gotta laugh at stuff like this. So to give this a little context, please, people, watch this.
Even now, the hospital is being overrun with COVID patients. They come in, they're horribly ill, they're gasping for breath, and yet they don't believe they have COVID.
Real. And the reason I tweeted what I did is it wasn't one particular patient. It's just a culmination of so many people. And their last dying words are, this can't be happening. It's not real. They're filled with anger and hatred. And it just made me really sad the other night. And I just can't believe that those are going to be their last thoughts and words. Reason with people of, can I call your family, your kids, your wife, your friend, your brother? And they say no because I'm going to be fine. And you're watching their oxygen levels, maxed out on what we call vapotherm at 100%, and their oxygen level might be 75. That's not really that compatible with life. And
I hope your mother or your mother's best friend. Oh, I'm sorry. What was that not PC enough for you? Did that offend you? Snowflake? This is what you wanted, isn't it? Huh? The most vile commentary? He tells it like it is. That's what you love, right? In your post-decency world you live in and voted for, let's be honest, you subhuman irritant. I mean, it has to be what you're going for. It has to be what you love, right? While people are telling you their stories of friends and families dying of COVID every day on the so-called news, you purposefully search and seek out the 0.0001% of conspiratorial information out there, unvetted, and you watch it and you listen without a hint of skepticism. without even the hint of skepticism that you showed to the 100,000s of videos by doctors and nurses and community leaders and worldwide organizers and health professionals, as well as local health organizations and nonprofits that come and save you if your town, Lord forbid, ever got destroyed by a hurricane. They tell you something different, and the skepticism you show them, you can't show this 0.001% conspiratorial information. Mr. I am an independent thinker who never went to college, but I did donate to PragerU. Oh man. You're disgusting. You filthy, unwashed peasant. What's wrong with you? The unvetted information that you show no skepticism toward, and everything else on earth that you show extreme skepticism toward, shows that you are the problem. You leave that comment on my page? The truth. You sick disgrace of a son? Or even worse, a father? Maybe even a friend? Who is your friend? Did you destroy their minds too, or did they do this to you, Mr. The Truth? You see, while the people who bought your humanity by giving you that info you peddle so frivolously watch and laugh as you dance for them like the circus dog that you are, they know they could tell you anything, and you would believe it. And your mind would be so controlled by them that you could watch 10 people cough and spit on other human beings, as was shown in the video that you left this indecent comment on. And your comment would be about the stupidity of who does or doesn't believe in COVID. As if you were allowed to cough and spit on people before COVID. That's not the disgusting part to you, bro? Your owner's agenda is showing, Mr. The Truth. At this point, or maybe you never learned that humans should cover their mouths when they cough, or shouldn't spit on people. Maybe you are raised by wolves, and that part just wasn't a big deal to you when you saw them spitting and coughing in people's faces, and your comment was about who believes in COVID. Maybe that's just not a big deal to you because you eat out of troughs and share saliva and dirt with your dead mother while growing up. I apologize if that's the case, then you aren't accountable or held accountable for your idiotic and pointed views. Either way, I guess, you're still the worst human on earth. You and everyone else like you. Go to school. Become a better person. Try to leave this place a little better than you found it. Okay? The Truth? And by the way, for the rest of you out there, no, you don't need to go to college to be a smart and decent human being. You just need to care a little bit about what's going on around you and not depend on Facebook to teach you everything you know. I mean, if you actually try to find ways to better yourself and use your talents for good and not evil, let's be frank, if you enjoy reading a good book from time to time, I'm not talking about you. But I know my fans, and I also know I don't even have to say that to you guys. So this seems like a good time to thank our sponsors, and when we come back, Henry Drones, it's your turn. And we're back. For Henry Jones, he said this: masks aren't the answer. Lockdowns aren't. School closures aren't. Travel bans aren't. The early Israeli data suggests vaccines won't be either. Just as they're not for the flu. We'll get back to that. A year in, the choice is ever clear. Live with the row or destroy ourselves trying to stop it. They think they sound so intelligent when they're talking. This is the part that kills me. So, fine, Henry Jones. That is correct. Unless you are in New Zealand, Barbados, Jamaica, Papua New Guinea, Taiwan, Bermuda, St. Martin,
Brazil, Mexico, India, UK, Italy, France, Russia, Spain, Iran.
All of these, Henry Jones, have hundreds of thousands less deaths than we do because they did those exact same things you said wouldn't work. You're a failure, is why you think that. Because it's less important to you how many people die, and more important that you can go out to your bar and eat pasta. That's what's most important to you. You don't want to wear a mask because it is uncomfortable. All of these things are less important to you than the fact that Belize, Malta, Uganda, Mali, Cameroon, Angola, Ghana, Uruguay, Mozambique, Norway, Luxembourg, Finland, Senegal, Malaysia have hundreds of thousands less deaths than we do, even per capita, actually, because they did those exact same things you claim won't work. Your idea is to just live with the row or kill yourself trying. Well, I agree with the first part, but you're not trying. Idiot. How about, here you go, check it out. I know you. China, you hate that one, don't you? How about in China, where they have a communist dictatorship and the virus started there? What are their numbers like? Well, they have literally 400,000 less deaths than we do. All thanks to common sense, mask mandates, and intermittent lockdowns. Now, granted, a dictatorship can do that. But the reason we believe in democracy in the first place, Henry, is because we thought that normal, average person would be smart enough to do the right thing if they were given a choice. But that turns out we're wrong. Let's all just give up. Let the rest of the world figure it out, while we drown ourselves in our convenient, delusional death march into the void of ignorance without shame, Henry. Wear a mask. Stay home. If we did this, like all of the countries I just named, plus 100 more I can continue to scroll up to before we ever get to the USA. And even our second closest person or country still has almost 300,000 less deaths than we do. And by per capita, it's destroyed. We suck because of you, Henry Jones. America doesn't want to give up. You do. Thank you to all the fans. You mean the world to us, really. And don't forget, 10:45 every Monday night, we have Late Night Hip Hop Live, hosted by D-Boy Slim and Bruce Lively. You don't want to miss it. Check us out on Patreon too if you like content like this. Peace.